The dream of seeing Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo together in Los Angeles has long sparked excitement among fans, imagining a duo capable of redefining the NBA landscape. Yet, a fresh report from Shams Charania seems to have put a significant chill on these hopes. According to the insider, if Giannis ever departs from the Milwaukee Bucks, California is not at the top of his destination list. Instead, the Greek superstar reportedly favors a move to New York City. Charania detailed that several teams were discussed internally, but only one emerged as the place where Antetokounmpo would seriously consider playing outside of Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The report, released earlier this week, spread rapidly across social media, generating immediate buzz among NBA followers. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his representatives have carefully evaluated the market, with multiple franchises expressing interest. Despite this attention, New York stands out as the most realistic option, even including preliminary trade talks with Milwaukee back in August, although no meaningful progress was achieved, as the Bucks showed no willingness to part with their star. For Lakers supporters, the news represents a considerable setback. The prospect of pairing Doncic and Giannis, two of the most talented international players in league history, had seemed like a dream scenario, one that could propel Los Angeles into an almost untouchable position in the NBA hierarchy. Giannis' focus on the Knicks, however, effectively removes Los Angeles from the immediate picture, making this fantasy less feasible in the short term. Adding to the challenge, the Lakers face limitations in their trade capacity. With minimal draft picks available and a roster loaded with substantial contracts, GM Rob Pelinka would need an extraordinary maneuver to make a deal possible. Even more critical would be a public indication from Giannis himself expressing a desire to play in Los Angeles, something that, at the moment, has not occurred. Without that, any speculation about a blockbuster Lakers acquisition remains purely hypothetical. Despite the current roadblocks, the dream isn't completely dead. Giannis could become a free agent in 2027, leaving room for circumstances to shift. The Lakers, building a team around Doncic while navigating the post-LeBron James era, could once again emerge as an elite destination for top-tier talent, should the timing and conditions align. Patience, strategy, and a bit of fortune could someday bring Antetokounmpo back onto Los Angeles' radar. In the meantime, the Lakers continue to focus on reconstructing around Doncic, striving to create a competitive environment that could appeal to future superstars. The organization remains optimistic that sustained performance, combined with strategic acquisitions and perhaps a touch of luck, might rekindle the possibility of pairing the Slovenian guard with the Greek forward. This careful positioning is key, as Los Angeles aims to maintain relevance and allure in a league where player mobility can drastically alter the competitive landscape. Meanwhile, Antetokounmpo himself is navigating the balance between loyalty and ambition. As teams prepare for the new NBA season, speculation about player movement intensifies. Giannis, widely recognized as one of the premier players in the league, is squarely in the spotlight. His statements this week emphasized a desire to compete in an environment capable of winning championships, reflecting the mindset of an elite athlete focused on both immediate goals and long-term career considerations. Speaking directly about his current commitment, Giannis stressed the importance of team cohesion and day-to-day focus. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. It will certainly be challenging, but we take it day by day. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said. At the same time, he acknowledged that a change of heart later in the season would be natural, saying, "If in 6 or 7 months I reconsider my situation, that would be a human response." Statistically, Antetokounmpo finished last season with the highest field goals made per game, 11.8, ranking 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists, 6.5. Yet, despite these impressive figures, his team has struggled in the playoffs, exiting in the first round for 3 consecutive years since their 2021 championship. To address this, the Bucks have made roster changes, adding players like center Miles Turner and guard Cole Anthony, while parting with Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez. The 2025-26 NBA season begins soon, with Milwaukee hosting the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. As the league gears up, All eyes remain on Giannis' next moves, his potential destinations, and the ever-present dream of pairing him with Doncic, an idea that for now must remain a tantalizing what-if for Lakers fans. The stage is set for a season of intrigue, speculation, and strategic maneuvering, with the possibility of seismic changes in the NBA's power balance hanging in the air. The Lakers' hopes of constructing a super team featuring Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo have encountered a stark reality check, one that has tempered fan expectations across Los Angeles. The dream scenario of pairing these two generational talents appeared increasingly unlikely following the latest insights from NBA insider Shams Charania, who highlighted that Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is not Los Angeles, but rather New York. This revelation has quickly reshaped discussions about potential blockbuster trades and forced the Lakers' front office to reassess strategies for assembling a championship-contending roster. According to Charania, several teams were considered internally, but only one has emerged as the genuine option for Antetokounmpo outside of Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The disclosure sent ripples through the basketball community, as social media immediately amplified the news. Close sources to Giannis confirmed that his representation has been meticulously surveying league interest, receiving inquiries from multiple franchises eager to acquire the superstar. Despite this attention, the Knicks have consistently surfaced as the frontrunner, even prompting preliminary trade discussions back in August, though these talks never progressed into actionable negotiations. The Bucks, understandably, have demonstrated no readiness to part with their cornerstone player, leaving the Lakers' pursuit in limbo. For Los Angeles, the implications are significant. Fans had imagined a dynamic partnership of Doncic and Giannis as a transformative duo capable of reshaping the NBA's competitive hierarchy. This scenario represented not only a strategic advantage but also a marketing phenomenon, a pairing of international icons with complementary skill sets capable of dominating both ends of the court. Giannis' apparent preference for New York, however, disrupts these plans, positioning the Lakers as secondary in the race to acquire one of basketball's most coveted stars. The immediate feasibility of such a trade is now highly uncertain. Complicating matters further, the Lakers' current roster composition and contractual landscape present considerable obstacles. With limited draft assets and several high-value player contracts constraining flexibility, GM Rob Pelinka faces an uphill battle in orchestrating a deal that could accommodate Giannis. Any successful move would likely require not only careful negotiation but also a public endorsement from Giannis expressing interest in joining Los Angeles. Without such alignment, the scenario remains speculative, leaving fans to dream about possibilities that may not materialize in the near term. Despite these hurdles, the Lakers' long-term prospects are not entirely diminished. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 provides a future window of opportunity, allowing Los Angeles to prepare a roster that could entice elite talent. Building a competitive team around Luka Doncic, particularly in the post-LeBron James era, remains a priority. Strategically enhancing the roster while maintaining financial and contractual flexibility could position the Lakers as an attractive destination for stars seeking both opportunity and stability. Patience, foresight, and a degree of fortune could eventually align circumstances in favor of reuniting Doncic and Antetokounmpo. From a broader perspective, the Lakers' strategy illustrates the complexities of NBA team building. Balancing immediate competitiveness with long-term planning, navigating player preferences, and leveraging limited trade assets require careful orchestration. The organization's approach underscores the importance of proactive positioning and adaptability in an era where superstar mobility can dramatically reshape league dynamics. Los Angeles aims to maintain its relevance and appeal while managing the practical realities of roster construction. Meanwhile, Giannis' own statements this week highlight his dual focus on commitment and flexibility. Acknowledging the uncertainties inherent in professional sports, he emphasized loyalty to his current squad while recognizing that personal and professional considerations could evolve over time. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, affirming his dedication to the Bucks. Simultaneously, he allowed for the natural possibility of reconsideration later in the season, describing such a change of heart as human. This candid acknowledgement adds nuance to discussions about potential trades and team alignment. Statistical performance underscores Giannis' ongoing impact, despite team playoff struggles. Last season he led the league in field goals made per game with 11.8, while ranking 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Nevertheless, Milwaukee has faced early postseason exits for 3 consecutive years, spurring management to make strategic roster adjustments. The acquisitions of Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, alongside departures such as Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, reflect the team's determination to balance star talent with supporting cast enhancements aimed at breaking this pattern. The 2025-26 NBA season is set to begin soon, placing the spotlight firmly on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to face the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. As anticipation builds, all eyes remain on player movements, trade possibilities, and the broader implications for teams like the Lakers. While the dream of a Doncic-Giannis pairing remains alive, it now hinges on long-term planning and future opportunities rather than immediate action. Fans may have to exercise patience, but the potential for transformative roster developments ensures that the intrigue surrounding these two stars will continue to dominate headlines and fuel speculation for months to come. The anticipation surrounding Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo joining forces in Los Angeles has taken a realistic turn, reminding Lakers fans that dreams of a super team must contend with practical challenges. Shams Charania's latest report clarified that Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, rather than the Lakers, immediately reshaping expectations and forcing Los Angeles to consider alternative paths for roster construction. This revelation underscores the complex dynamics of player movement in the modern NBA, where personal preference, contract considerations, and team strategies intersect to determine the fate of high-profile superstars. Charania noted that several franchises were assessed internally, but only one truly emerged as a feasible option for Antetokounmpo outside of Milwaukee, New York. The news spread rapidly, igniting conversations across social media and forums as fans analyzed the implications. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his agents have been carefully evaluating interest from multiple teams, yet the Knicks continue to appear as the most attractive option. Preliminary trade discussions took place as early as August, though these talks did not progress significantly, as the Bucks remained unwilling to trade their cornerstone player. The scenario highlights the difficulty of orchestrating blockbuster moves when a franchise is reluctant to part with a generational talent. For the Lakers, the setback is significant. The idea of pairing Doncic and Giannis represented a transformative opportunity, a combination of elite international talent capable of reshaping the league's competitive landscape. Such a pairing could have offered not only on-court dominance but also significant marketing and branding potential, reinforcing Los Angeles' stature as an NBA powerhouse. However, Giannis' focus on New York shifts this narrative, leaving Lakers executives to strategize around realistic options while maintaining the team's competitive ambitions. Financial and roster constraints further complicate Los Angeles' path. The Lakers possess few valuable draft picks and are constrained by several high-value contracts, limiting flexibility in trade negotiations. GM Rob Pelinka faces a situation that requires strategic ingenuity and possibly a public indication from Giannis expressing interest in joining Los Angeles to make any deal viable. Without such signals, the possibility of acquiring Antetokounmpo remains speculative, demonstrating the delicate balance between ambition and practicality in NBA roster management. Yet the Lakers' aspirations are far from extinguished. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 presents a future window of opportunity for Los Angeles. Building a roster around Luka Doncic, particularly during the post-LeBron era, remains a core priority. Strategic enhancements and careful asset management could position the Lakers to attract elite talent when timing and circumstances align. The organization's patient, forward-thinking approach may eventually create conditions conducive to reuniting these two stars. This situation highlights the complexities of team building in the modern NBA. Organizations must balance immediate competitiveness with long-term strategy, navigate player preferences, and leverage limited trade assets to maximize outcomes. The Lakers' approach reflects a commitment to maintaining relevance, building a competitive team, and adapting to evolving league dynamics. Successful execution requires both strategic foresight and a willingness to respond to unexpected opportunities as they arise. Meanwhile, Giannis has emphasized a dual commitment: loyalty to the Bucks and openness to future possibilities. While reaffirming his focus on leading Milwaukee, he acknowledged that personal and professional priorities may evolve over time. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he stated, demonstrating dedication to the current squad while leaving room for potential change later in the season. Such candid reflections add nuance to discussions about trade potential and long-term team alignment. From a performance standpoint, Giannis remains a dominant presence. Last season he led the league in field goals made per game at 11.8 and ranked 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists. Despite his consistent output, Milwaukee has faced early playoff exits for 3 consecutive years, prompting roster adjustments such as the additions of Miles Turner and Cole Anthony and the departures of Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez. These moves underscore the organization's determination to complement Giannis' talents with a competitive supporting cast capable of breaking the pattern of first-round eliminations. As the 2025-26 season approaches, all eyes are on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to open against the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. The narrative surrounding player movement, trade speculation, and future super teams remains highly relevant. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis must contend with reality, yet the potential for transformative developments in upcoming seasons ensures that anticipation, debate, and speculation will remain central to NBA discourse. While immediate action seems unlikely, patient planning and strategic positioning may eventually bring this dream closer to reality, keeping the vision of a Doncic-Giannis duo alive in the imaginations of fans. The Los Angeles Lakers' vision of uniting Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo into a single powerhouse roster has faced a significant reality check, signaling that dreams of a super team must contend with practical limitations and market dynamics. Shams Charania's recent reporting clarified that if Giannis departs Milwaukee, his preferred destination is the New York Knicks, not the Lakers, immediately reshaping fan expectations and forcing the organization to re-evaluate its strategies. The complexities of assembling a roster capable of attracting a player of Antetokounmpo's caliber illustrate the intricate balancing act NBA front offices must perform between ambition, fiscal constraints, and logistical feasibility. Charania revealed that several teams were considered internally, but only one truly stands out as a serious option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee: the New York Knicks. This disclosure rapidly gained traction across social media, sparking intense discussion among fans and analysts. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his representatives have been carefully assessing the landscape, receiving interest from multiple franchises. Despite this, the Knicks remain the frontrunner, and preliminary trade conversations in August did not advance, largely due to Milwaukee's reluctance to trade their franchise cornerstone. This highlights how difficult it is to orchestrate high-profile trades when a team is protective of its elite talent. For Lakers supporters, the development represents a significant disappointment. Pairing Doncic and Giannis would have provided a transformative duo capable of reshaping the competitive landscape of the NBA. The combination of Luka's versatile scoring, court vision, and leadership with Giannis' dominance in transition, defense, and rebounding could have made Los Angeles nearly unbeatable. Beyond performance, such a duo would elevate the franchise's brand, marketability, and appeal to both fans and potential free agents. Giannis' inclination toward New York, however, shifts these aspirations, leaving Los Angeles to explore alternative strategies for future competitiveness. The Lakers' current roster structure and financial commitments complicate potential trade scenarios. With limited draft picks and significant contracts already in place, GM Rob Pelinka faces constraints in negotiating a deal for Antetokounmpo. Any successful acquisition would likely require a public declaration from Giannis expressing willingness to join Los Angeles, a factor that has yet to materialize. Without such a signal, the dream of bringing the Greek star to California remains largely speculative. These realities underscore the challenges of pursuing marquee talent in a league where player movement is influenced by both personal preference and organizational flexibility. Despite immediate obstacles, the Lakers' long-term potential remains intact. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 creates a window of opportunity for the franchise to position itself strategically. Building a competitive roster around Doncic in the post-LeBron era remains central to Los Angeles' long-term vision. Thoughtful planning, strategic acquisitions, and a degree of patience could eventually align circumstances to create a scenario in which the pairing of Doncic and Antetokounmpo becomes feasible. The organization's focus on sustainable success highlights its commitment to adaptability and forward-looking decision-making in a highly competitive league. Giannis' recent statements highlight the duality of his focus, dedication to his current team and the possibility of change over time. While reaffirming his commitment to the Bucks, he acknowledged the human nature of reconsidering one's path. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, signaling a short-term commitment while leaving room for future decisions. This candidness adds nuance to discussions about trade potential and the evolving priorities of elite athletes navigating career choices in the NBA. From a performance perspective, Antetokounmpo remains among the league's most dominant players. Last season he led the NBA in field goals made per game at 11.8, ranking 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists. Despite these individual accomplishments, Milwaukee has experienced early playoff exits for 3 consecutive years, prompting the organization to make strategic adjustments to its roster. The acquisitions of Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, along with departures like Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, underscore Milwaukee's determination to complement Giannis' talents with supporting pieces capable of advancing deeper in the postseason. As the 2025-26 NBA season approaches, attention intensifies on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to open against the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. The narrative surrounding player movement, potential trades, and the possibility of forming new super teams remains compelling. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis must contend with the reality of timing, logistics, and personal preferences. Yet, long-term planning and strategic foresight keep the vision alive. While immediate action appears unlikely, patient navigation of these complexities may ultimately bring the dream closer to fruition, sustaining excitement and speculation in the NBA community for seasons to come. The allure of seeing Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo unite in Los Angeles has captured the imagination of NBA fans, but the latest reports indicate that such a pairing may face significant obstacles before it can materialize. According to Shams Charania, Giannis' favored destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not the Lakers, signaling a considerable shift in the landscape of potential trades and free agency discussions. This development forces the Lakers to reassess their roster-building strategy while maintaining focus on long-term competitiveness in a league defined by both talent mobility and organizational acumen. Charania explained that several teams were evaluated internally, but only one truly stands out as a serious option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The news quickly spread across social media, generating widespread discussion among analysts and fans. Sources close to Giannis have confirmed that his agents have explored the market extensively, receiving interest from multiple franchises, yet New York remains the leading option. Preliminary trade discussions occurred in August, but these talks did not progress significantly, as the Bucks have consistently resisted trading their superstar, emphasizing the challenges of executing high-profile deals when a franchise is unwilling to relinquish its centerpiece. For Lakers supporters, the development represents a substantial disappointment. Pairing Doncic and Giannis could have produced a transformative duo capable of dominating both ends of the court, reshaping the league's competitive balance. Luka's skill set, characterized by elite scoring, court vision, and leadership, combined with Giannis' dominance in transition, defense, and rebounding, would have provided Los Angeles with a near-unstoppable core. Beyond performance, such a pairing could have enhanced the Lakers' global brand, attracting fans and free agents alike. Giannis' preference for New York, however, redirects expectations, requiring Los Angeles to explore alternative paths to contention. Financial and roster constraints further complicate the Lakers' ability to pursue Giannis. Limited draft assets and significant contracts already on the books restrict flexibility, meaning GM Rob Pelinka must navigate a narrow path to facilitate a trade. Successful acquisition would likely require a public indication from Giannis expressing interest in joining Los Angeles, an element that has yet to emerge. Without such alignment, the notion of a blockbuster Lakers deal remains speculative, highlighting the delicate balance between ambition and operational reality in constructing championship-caliber rosters. Despite these challenges, the Lakers' long-term prospects remain promising. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 provides a future window for strategic roster planning. Constructing a team around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron James era is central to Los Angeles' vision, and patient planning, strategic acquisitions, and careful financial management may eventually create conditions favorable to attracting elite talent like Giannis. The organization's forward-looking approach emphasizes adaptability, patience, and the potential for long-term success despite immediate hurdles. Giannis' recent comments underscore a balance between loyalty and the possibility of future change. While reaffirming his commitment to the Bucks, he acknowledged the human nature of reevaluating one's circumstances over time. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he stated, reflecting dedication to his current squad while leaving the door open to potential decisions later in the season. This candid acknowledgement provides context for discussions about trade feasibility and player movement, illustrating how elite athletes weigh both personal priorities and professional ambitions. From a performance standpoint, Giannis remains one of the league's most dominant players. Last season he led the NBA in field goals made per game with 11.8, ranking 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Despite these individual accomplishments, the Bucks have experienced early playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons, prompting management to make roster adjustments. The additions of Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, alongside the departures of Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, demonstrate the organization's commitment to complementing Giannis' talents with supporting players capable of advancing deeper in postseason play. As the 2025-26 season approaches, attention turns to Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to open against the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. The narrative surrounding player movement, trade speculation, and the potential for new super teams remains highly relevant. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now requires patience, strategic foresight, and careful planning. While immediate acquisition seems unlikely, the organization's long-term approach and the ever-present potential for change in the NBA landscape maintain hope that this ambitious vision may one day be realized, sustaining discussion, excitement, and speculation for years to come. The excitement surrounding the possibility of Luka Doncic teaming up with Giannis Antetokounmpo in Los Angeles has met with sobering reality, emphasizing that assembling a super team requires more than ambition. It demands timing, strategy, and favorable conditions. According to NBA insider Shams Charania, Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not the Lakers, reshaping fan expectations and forcing Los Angeles to rethink its approach. This situation highlights the complexities of attracting top-tier talent in a league where personal preference, franchise priorities, and financial constraints heavily influence outcomes. Charania reported that several franchises were evaluated internally, but only one stands out as a legitimate option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The news quickly gained traction on social media, sparking extensive analysis among fans and experts. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his representatives have thoroughly examined the market, receiving offers and inquiries from multiple teams. Despite widespread interest, New York has emerged as the frontrunner. Preliminary discussions in August did not advance, as the Bucks remain unwilling to trade their franchise cornerstone, reflecting the difficulty of orchestrating blockbuster deals when teams prioritize retention over immediate negotiation. For Lakers supporters, the reality is disappointing. Pairing Doncic and Giannis could have produced a transformative combination capable of dominating all facets of the game, reshaping the NBA's competitive landscape. Luka's elite scoring, court vision, and leadership, combined with Giannis' unmatched transition ability, defensive dominance, and rebounding, would create a near-unstoppable duo. Beyond performance, the partnership would also elevate the Lakers' global brand, generating attention, media coverage, and potential appeal to other elite free agents. Giannis' preference for New York, however, shifts the immediate narrative, prompting Los Angeles to evaluate alternative strategies for remaining competitive. The Lakers' financial and roster constraints further complicate potential acquisitions. Limited draft picks and existing high-value contracts reduce flexibility, meaning GM Rob Pelinka must navigate a narrow window to facilitate a deal. Any successful trade would likely require public endorsement from Giannis expressing interest in Los Angeles, which has not yet occurred. Without such alignment, the possibility of acquiring Antetokounmpo remains hypothetical. This dynamic underscores the delicate balance between aspiration and practicality in constructing championship-level teams, where player interest, organizational readiness, and fiscal realities intersect. Despite these obstacles, the Lakers' long-term outlook remains viable. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 presents a future opportunity for Los Angeles to strategically position itself. Building a competitive roster around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron James era remains central to the organization's vision. Thoughtful roster construction, careful financial management, and strategic acquisitions could eventually create conditions favorable to attracting elite talent like Giannis. The Lakers' patient, forward-looking approach demonstrates their commitment to long-term competitiveness in a highly fluid league. Giannis' recent statements reflect a balance between loyalty and flexibility. While emphasizing his current commitment to the Bucks, he acknowledged the human nature of reconsidering circumstances as the season progresses. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, highlighting his focus while leaving open the possibility of change later in the season. This candid approach provides insight into the realities of player movement and trade feasibility, demonstrating the nuanced considerations elite athletes navigate in professional sports. Statistically, Giannis remains among the league's most dominant players. Last season he led the NBA in field goals made per game with 11.8, ranking 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Yet, despite his consistent output, Milwaukee has experienced first-round playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons, prompting roster adjustments to break this pattern. Additions such as Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, alongside departures like Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, illustrate the organization's efforts to complement Giannis with a supporting cast capable of competing deeper into the postseason. As the 2025-26 season approaches, all attention shifts to Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to face the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. Discussions surrounding trade speculation, player movement, and the potential formation of new superteams remain highly relevant. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now depends on strategic foresight, patience, and long-term planning. While immediate acquisition appears improbable, persistent preparation, forward-thinking roster management, and a bit of fortune could ultimately bring this vision closer to reality, keeping the hope alive and fueling excitement within the NBA community. The fantasy of seeing Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo together in Los Angeles continues to captivate Lakers fans, yet recent developments underscore the complexities of transforming that dream into reality. Shams Charania's latest report has clarified that Giannis' top preference outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not Los Angeles, reshaping expectations and forcing the Lakers' front office to consider alternative strategies for assembling a championship-level roster. The situation highlights the intricate balance between player desire, organizational strategy, and fiscal limitations that define modern NBA team building. Charania noted that several teams were evaluated internally, but only one truly emerges as a viable option for Antetokounmpo outside of Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The report quickly spread across social media, igniting discussions among fans, analysts, and commentators. Close sources confirmed that Giannis agents have been meticulously examining league interest, with multiple teams expressing potential interest. Despite this, the Knicks have consistently appeared as the frontrunner. Preliminary trade discussions back in August did not produce significant progress, largely because Milwaukee remains unwilling to trade its franchise cornerstone, illustrating the challenge of facilitating high-profile transactions in the NBA. For Lakers supporters, this revelation represents a significant setback. The notion of pairing Doncic and Giannis promised a transformative combination capable of dominating both ends of the floor and reshaping the league's competitive hierarchy. Luka's elite playmaking, scoring, and leadership, paired with Giannis' unmatched athleticism, defensive prowess, and rebounding, would have created a nearly unstoppable tandem. Additionally, such a pairing would have bolstered the Lakers' brand globally, attracting attention, sponsorships, and further talent. Giannis' preference for New York, however, shifts these expectations, forcing Los Angeles to explore alternative routes toward future contention. Financial and roster limitations further complicate any potential acquisition. With limited draft capital and multiple significant contracts on the roster, GM Rob Pelinka faces constraints in executing a trade for Antetokounmpo. A successful deal would likely require a public indication from Giannis signaling his willingness to join the Lakers, something that has not yet occurred. Without this alignment, speculation about a blockbuster trade remains theoretical, emphasizing the delicate interplay between ambition, opportunity, and practical execution in constructing elite teams. Despite these challenges, the Lakers' long-term prospects remain encouraging. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 offers a future opportunity for Los Angeles to strategically position itself. Building around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron era remains central to the franchise's vision. Strategic acquisitions, careful roster management, and financial planning could eventually create conditions favorable to attracting elite talent like Giannis. The organization's forward-looking approach underscores patience, adaptability, and the importance of timing in long-term team building. Giannis' own statements reflect the duality of loyalty and flexibility. While emphasizing his dedication to Milwaukee, he acknowledged the human nature of reconsidering circumstances over time. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, highlighting focus while leaving open the possibility of change later in the season. This transparency provides context for trade speculation and helps illustrate the nuanced decision-making process elite athletes navigate when balancing personal ambition and team loyalty. From a statistical standpoint, Giannis remains a dominant force. He led the league in field goals made per game last season at 11.8, ranked 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Yet, despite his consistent individual performance, Milwaukee has suffered early playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons, prompting strategic roster adjustments. Additions such as Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, combined with departures like Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, demonstrate the Bucks' efforts to pair Giannis with complementary talent capable of competing deeper in the postseason. As the 2025-26 NBA season begins, the focus intensifies on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to face the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. Discussions around trade speculation, player movement, and potential superteam formations remain at the forefront of NBA conversation. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now relies on strategic foresight, patience, and long-term planning. Immediate acquisition seems unlikely, yet careful preparation, smart roster management, and a touch of fortune could eventually bring this vision closer to reality, keeping hope alive and fueling excitement in the league for seasons to come. The prospect of Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo joining forces in Los Angeles has fueled countless debates and dreams among Lakers fans, yet recent developments remind us that the NBA's landscape is defined by complexity and unpredictability. According to Shams Charania, Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not Los Angeles, effectively reshaping the expectations surrounding blockbuster trades and future superteam possibilities. This revelation forces the Lakers management to explore alternative strategies for assembling a competitive roster capable of contending for championships in the post-LeBron era. Charania reported that multiple franchises were evaluated internally, but only one truly emerges as a viable option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The news quickly circulated across social media, fueling analysis and speculation among fans, journalists, and analysts alike. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his representatives have been conducting an exhaustive assessment of market interest, with numerous teams expressing curiosity. Despite this widespread interest, the Knicks continue to stand out as the most attractive option. Preliminary trade discussions in August, however, failed to gain traction, largely because Milwaukee has shown no willingness to trade their franchise cornerstone, highlighting the difficulties of executing marquee deals when a team is protective of elite talent. For Lakers fans, the development is a major disappointment. The potential pairing of Doncic and Giannis represented a transformative opportunity, offering the ability to dominate multiple aspects of the game. Luka's elite scoring, playmaking, and leadership, combined with Giannis' dominance in transition, defense, and rebounding, could have formed a nearly unstoppable duo. Beyond on-court impact, this combination would have amplified the Lakers' global brand, generating attention, sponsorships, and appeal to other elite free agents. Giannis' preference for New York, however, shifts these expectations, prompting the organization to explore alternative strategies to maintain competitiveness and fan engagement. Financial and roster limitations complicate potential acquisitions further. The Lakers have limited draft assets and significant contracts already on the books, constraining flexibility for any blockbuster trade. GM Rob Pelinka would likely need a public indication from Giannis expressing interest in Los Angeles for a deal to be feasible. Without this alignment, the possibility of bringing the Greek superstar to California remains hypothetical. This dynamic underscores the delicate balance between aspiration, opportunity, and practical execution required in constructing championship-level rosters. Despite these challenges, the Lakers' long-term outlook remains promising. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 presents a future opportunity for Los Angeles to strategically position itself. Building a roster around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron era remains central to the organization's vision. Through careful financial planning, strategic acquisitions, and measured roster development, the Lakers could eventually create conditions favorable to attracting elite talent like Giannis. Patience and foresight are key components of their long-term approach, reflecting a commitment to sustainable competitiveness in an ever-evolving league. Giannis' own statements illustrate the balance between commitment and flexibility. While affirming his dedication to Milwaukee, he acknowledged that re-evaluating circumstances over time is natural. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, emphasizing focus while leaving the door open for potential change later in the season. Such candidness offers insight into the challenges of player movement, demonstrating how elite athletes weigh professional ambition, personal priorities, and team loyalty. From a performance perspective, Giannis remains among the NBA's most dominant figures. Last season he led the league in field goals made per game at 11.8, ranked 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Despite these accomplishments, Milwaukee has suffered early playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons, prompting management to make roster adjustments. Additions like Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, paired with departures such as Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, reflect the team's attempt to provide Giannis with a supporting cast capable of competing deeper in postseason play. As the 2025-26 NBA season approaches, focus intensifies on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to open against the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. Conversations about trade speculation, player movement, and super team possibilities remain highly relevant. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now depends on strategic foresight, patience, and long-term planning. While immediate acquisition appears unlikely, careful roster management, proactive positioning, and a bit of luck could eventually bring this vision closer to reality, keeping hope alive and sustaining anticipation within the NBA community for the seasons ahead. The Lakers' ambition to pair Luka Doncic with Giannis Antetokounmpo remains a captivating storyline, yet recent developments illustrate the challenges inherent in making such a dream a reality. Shams Charania's latest report confirmed that Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not Los Angeles, effectively recalibrating expectations for fans and analysts alike. This reality underscores the delicate balance NBA franchises must strike between ambition, market dynamics, and practical constraints when attempting to acquire generational talent. Charania noted that several teams were evaluated internally, but only one truly stands out as a feasible option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The news spread quickly across social media platforms, fueling discussions and speculation among the basketball community. Sources close to Giannis have confirmed that his representatives have been thoroughly examining interest across the league, receiving multiple inquiries from teams eager to pursue the superstar. Despite this broad attention, the Knicks remain the leading contender. Preliminary trade discussions in August did not result in progress, as the Bucks remain unwilling to part with their franchise cornerstone. This highlights the complexity of executing high-profile trades when a team prioritizes retention over immediate negotiation. For Lakers supporters, this development represents a disappointment. The potential partnership of Doncic and Giannis would have been a transformative force, capable of dominating both ends of the court. Luka's elite scoring, court vision, and leadership combined with Giannis' transition speed, defensive dominance, and rebounding could create a nearly unstoppable duo. Beyond basketball impact, this combination would elevate the Lakers' global brand, generate media attention, and increase appeal for other elite free agents. Giannis' focus on New York, however, alters the immediate outlook, compelling Los Angeles to explore other strategies for maintaining competitiveness and sustaining fan engagement. Financial and roster limitations add further complications to any potential trade scenario. The Lakers hold limited draft assets and maintain several high-value contracts, restricting their flexibility in orchestrating a blockbuster acquisition. GM Rob Pelinka would likely need public confirmation from Giannis signaling interest in Los Angeles for a deal to be feasible. Without such an alignment, the idea of bringing the Greek superstar to California remains speculative. This scenario illustrates the delicate balance franchises face between ambition, opportunity, and execution when pursuing top-tier talent. Despite these obstacles, the Lakers' long-term prospects remain promising. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 offers a strategic window for Los Angeles to position itself as a destination for elite talent. Constructing a roster around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron era remains central to the franchise's vision. Through careful planning, strategic acquisitions, and roster flexibility, the Lakers could eventually create conditions favorable for attracting stars like Giannis. Patience, foresight, and adaptability are essential components of their approach, reflecting a commitment to sustained competitiveness in a highly dynamic league. Giannis' own statements provide insight into his dual focus on loyalty and potential flexibility. While reaffirming his commitment to Milwaukee, he acknowledged that reconsidering circumstances over time is natural. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he said, signaling dedication while leaving open the possibility of reevaluation later in the season. This transparency highlights the complex decision-making elite athletes navigate when balancing personal ambitions with professional responsibilities and team loyalty. From a performance perspective, Giannis continues to rank among the league's most dominant figures. Last season he led the NBA in field goals made per game at 11.8, ranked 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Yet, despite his consistent individual contributions, the Bucks have experienced early playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons, prompting strategic roster moves. Acquisitions such as Miles Turner and Cole Anthony, alongside departures like Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, illustrate the team's ongoing effort to complement Giannis with a supporting cast capable of achieving postseason success. As the 2025-26 NBA season begins, attention turns to Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to face the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. Trade speculation, player movement, and the potential formation of super teams continue to dominate NBA conversations. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now hinges on long-term strategy, patience, and precise roster management. Immediate acquisition appears unlikely, yet careful planning, proactive positioning, and a bit of fortune could eventually bring this vision closer to reality, keeping hope alive and sustaining anticipation for seasons to come in the ever-evolving NBA landscape. The vision of seeing Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo together in Los Angeles remains a captivating scenario, yet recent developments highlight the challenges and realities of assembling a super team. According to Shams Charania, Giannis' preferred destination outside Milwaukee is the New York Knicks, not the Lakers, forcing Los Angeles to reconsider immediate plans while maintaining long-term ambitions. The situation underscores the delicate interplay of player preference, organizational strategy, and financial constraints that define the modern NBA landscape. Charania reported that multiple teams were evaluated internally, but only one truly stands out as a viable option for Antetokounmpo outside Milwaukee, the New York Knicks. The news quickly spread on social media, igniting debates and analysis among fans, journalists, and analysts. Sources close to Giannis confirmed that his representatives have conducted a comprehensive assessment of market interest, receiving inquiries from numerous franchises. Despite this broad attention, New York remains the leading option. Preliminary trade discussions in August did not progress significantly, as Milwaukee has demonstrated no willingness to part with its franchise cornerstone, illustrating the complexities of executing high-profile trades in today's NBA. For Lakers fans, this update represents a significant disappointment. The potential duo of Doncic and Giannis promised to be transformative, capable of dominating multiple aspects of the game. Luka's elite scoring, leadership, and playmaking, combined with Giannis' defensive dominance, rebounding, and transition speed, would create an almost unstoppable tandem. Beyond the court, such a pairing would enhance the Lakers' global brand, generate media attention, and appeal to other elite free agents. Giannis' preference for New York, however, shifts expectations, compelling Los Angeles to explore alternative strategies for remaining competitive in the immediate future. Financial and roster limitations further complicate the Lakers' pursuit. With limited draft assets and several high-value contracts on the roster, GM Rob Pelinka faces challenges in facilitating a trade for Antetokounmpo. Successful acquisition would likely require a public signal from Giannis indicating interest in Los Angeles, which has not yet occurred. Without such alignment, speculation about a blockbuster Lakers trade remains theoretical, highlighting the intricate balance between ambition, opportunity, and practical execution necessary to construct elite teams. Despite these challenges, Los Angeles's long-term prospects remain promising. Giannis' potential free agency in 2027 provides a window for strategic positioning. Building around Luka Doncic in the post-LeBron era remains central to the franchise's vision. Thoughtful planning, strategic acquisitions, and roster flexibility could eventually create conditions conducive to attracting top-tier talent like Giannis. Patience, foresight, and adaptability are critical components of the Lakers' long-term approach, reflecting a commitment to sustainable competitiveness in a fluid and competitive NBA environment. Giannis' own statements shed light on his dual focus of loyalty and flexibility. While affirming dedication to Milwaukee, he acknowledged that reconsidering circumstances over time is natural. "I believe in this team and my teammates. I'm here to lead this group as far as we can go. Off-court distractions aren't my concern," he stated, signaling current commitment while leaving the possibility for future change. This candid approach emphasizes the nuanced decision-making elite athletes navigate, balancing personal ambitions, professional responsibilities, and team loyalty. From a performance standpoint, Giannis remains one of the league's most dominant players. Last season he led the NBA in field goals made per game at 11.8, ranked 6th in rebounds and 13th in assists at 6.5 per game. Despite his consistent individual contributions, Milwaukee has experienced first-round playoff exits for 3 consecutive seasons. Strategic roster adjustments, including acquisitions like Miles Turner and Cole Anthony and departures such as Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, reflect the Bucks' effort to complement Giannis with a supporting cast capable of deep postseason runs. As the 2025-26 season commences, focus intensifies on Giannis and the Bucks as they prepare to face the Washington Wizards at Fiserv Forum. Trade speculation, potential player movement, and super team formation continue to dominate NBA discourse. For Lakers fans, the dream of pairing Doncic and Giannis now depends on patient strategic planning, careful roster management, and long-term vision. While immediate acquisition appears unlikely, continued preparation, prudent decision-making, and a measure of luck could eventually bring this ambition closer to reality, sustaining excitement and hope for future seasons in a league defined by unpredictability, talent, and opportunity.